Welcome to Weekend Update. I'm Ethan Butler, and you're not.
And I'm Ekoko and Ethan. The end of the KHMS school year is approaching fast.
No kidding! It feels like every day my departure gets closer.
It does.
No!
First, we've got another episode of Five Nights at Ekoko's. Yay. Okay, hello everybody. So what happened last part? Sister location opened, Elizabeth acupunctured, sister location closed, FNAF 1 opened, Fake Room C, FNAF 1 closed, and William Afton gets massage searching for Remnant in the closed FNAF 1 location 2. So, yeah. After William Afton got spring-locked, the Freddy Fazbear's franchise fell with him, if it hadn't already. Some years later, it's in abject ruin. The location's rotting, very much forgotten, and the room Afton's in was sealed off. But unbeknownst to everyone, Afton was still alive. Due to the way he was crushed by that spring body suit, he created Remnant himself from his agony, so he rotted there for a good 30 years. Meanwhile, with his father missing, the now grown-up Michael Afton began to worry about his whereabouts. He eventually stumbled upon his dad's office, looking for some kind of emergency contact. However, there he discovered a back door to the sister location. There he learned everything about the horrific things his father's been doing, his acupuncturing, his experiments, and the fruits of them the hard way. Circus Baby, the animatronic that snatched up Elizabeth, knew that he could get her what she wants, and escape from this abandoned place. So through some manipulation, she led him to the scooping room, and he was scooped and injected, boiling kind of not compatible with life remnant, forcing his body to hold the souls of many children, and over time turning him into a walking corpse, kept alive by the very same remnant that cooked him all inside out. But this wouldn't stop Michael to atone for the massaging of his brother. He would help set free the souls of the children that won their relaxation. Although it isn't entirely confirmed, many fans actually believe that Michael Afton was the security guard in both FNAF 1 and FNAF 2, going under the aliases of Mike Schmidt and Jeremy Fitzgerald respectively. This would explain the Night Guard's persistence to finish a week's worth of these death traps of jobs. Why are they death traps? Well, despite Michael working in the soul's best interests, his resemblance to his less morally sound father sets them off. He used these aliases to get the different jobs, going from location to location and only staying 1 week. Michael would end each week by setting a neat little campfire inside the pizzerias and then forgetting to put it out, slowly setting the souls free. Finally, Michael got the call. Because of how long it had been since the bites of 83, 87 in the MCI, they have turned to a bit of a joke or an urban legend to spook kids. Some mystery for a Sherlock Holmes type to solve. A company, realizing the potential of Freddy's for the Spooky Month, made preparations for a horror-themed attraction called Fazbear Frights. They utilized old materials and artifacts from the FNAF 1 and 2 locations, displaying them like museum exhibits. This included the remnant-delicious animatronics we all know and love, and some old decrepit yellow bodysuit that smelled of rot and secretly contained the massaged body of William Afton. Michael, being the closest remnant to the Afton name other than his divorced mother, was contacted for permission to use his father's IP. He said yes, provided that they gave him a job as a security guard. And there begins FNAF 3. The two men stood face to face for the first time in decades, scarred by loss and united in sheer pain. Michael ran and set the Fazbear Frights location to combust and attempted to end his old man once and for all. However, Afton did what he did best and survived. Michael, distraught, began searching for anything that would help him destroy his father. Eventually, he found an advertisement in a newspaper. Henry Emily was restarting the Fazbear franchise. Michael applied for a restaurant and in collaboration with Henry began to lure them all back. Throughout the course of FNAF 6/Pizzeria Simulator, Michael and Henry lured the old animatronics from throughout the series back home to a new location. There, Michael would find a multitude of familiar faces ready for the scrapping, including Molten Freddy, an amalgamation of all the sister location animatronics, excluding Circus Baby, into a singular messy heap of parts and wires. And Scrap Baby, a less kid-friendly and more masseuse-oriented evolution, or devolution, of Circus Baby with rollerblades and hand blades. They even managed to find a still rotting William in his old gold bodysuit, now referred to as Scrap Trap. When the time came, Henry Emily activated the self-destruct protocol. The door snapped shut behind Michael, burning down the animatronics and ending it all, as the darkest pit of hell opened to swallow William Afton whole. And that is it for this part. Next part we'll cover the offensive security breach, and hopefully I can wrap this whole mess of a segment up. Are you ready to actually act mature now?
Yeah, sure.
In other news, a new issue of Knight Riders is hot off the press.
And now, a segment on artificial intelligence here at Caneland. AI in schools. What's their role? Let's examine some types of artificial intelligence and what their use is in our schools. Before we address generative text chatbots, let's discuss AI image generators. The most common I've seen in our schools is Night Cafe. You throw in a text prompt, and within a few minutes, an artificial intelligence barfs out something. Let's look inside. So here, we have a very pretty image I've generated. Looks pretty great, right? Yeah. And here is a not so great picture. Wait. That hand has 6 fingers. You know what this means. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. So, students can use resources like these to create covers for assignments. Miss Nichols, for example, the 8th grade challenge ELA teacher, let her kids use AI image generators for a book cover, provided they could explain what was in the picture. Just, keep it out of our class. Next up, we have voice generation. Now, we can't quite demonstrate that in the same way that we did with Night Cafe, but I will explain how it can work. It learns by hearing a human voice and learning certain phrases, which allows it to make sentences out of just about anything. You could put the voice to a slideshow presentation or to other classwork where you might not be comfortable with speaking out. Alright, time for the meat and potatoes of this segment, ChatGPT. ChatGPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformers. The whole idea is that you can make this thing write just about anything on Earth that you could possibly want. I doubt you've never heard of this infamous little chatbot, as it has quite the reputation. It has a record of being used to cheat out work, like writing essays and narratives. I've used this thing as a tool before, not for anything school-related, and as a storyteller. It's pretty clearly an easy tool. For example, I could write me a 3-page essay on Fahrenheit 451 using MLA format, and I merely have to write a sentence and I've submitted my ELA assignment. That is problematic. But please, do not use this to cheat. Cheating will get you in massive trouble with the office. This kind of offense would let the school leapfrog through the 5-step disciplinary process. It'd easily get you an in-school suspension, and it is not worth it. I do think it has its uses, however. I think they would make a great student resource to, say, make an outline for you to write the essay, or help you plan to clean up your locker. Help make you plan to clean up your locker. Just please do not use this to cheat for schoolwork. So those are some examples of AI and what we can use them for here at Caneland. Hope you learned something and enjoyed.
Who are you?
Good question.
Well, it's time to round this show up.
And now back to Saturday Night Live.
This isn't SNL,
What?
Just thanks for watching KHMS.